I had a really rough time in Cauldron Kappa last time. I think that this is like the highest level Cauldron, just because of the machines that were in there. There was also a machine that we've not seen yet that looked like somewhere between a Stegosaurus and a Thunderjaw. Or a T-Rex or whatever, maybe. So I've got to make a decision now. So obviously I said I was maybe going to head south down the coast, but that is very far away now. And we are very much in SkyClan territory here in the north next to Cauldron Kappa. And maybe because I guess we've explored this northern part of the coast, maybe we save this southern bit for later? I'm not sure. I would really like to go to Thornmarsh. But part of me thinks we're going to get to go there anyway, right? And I'll go there regardless. But, you know, in RPGs, you're always a bit wary of the point of no return. But a game that is like this, that I feel like will clearly tell us of a point of no return or a point of the world changing. Well, that's too much of a Final Fantasy thing. So what I'm thinking I might do is actually go back to base here, just because if we're down here, that trek back is going to be quite lengthy. I feel like at this point we would be desperate to get Demeter back, and then we'll save Thornmarsh for later. And whatever's over here, which is the ruins of San Francisco in the water. And there is a tall neck out there. Oh, it's at landfall, so there is some land there. I just don't know how we're going to get across there. Maybe we need to get a boat or ride one of those, what are they called? Was it Tide Ripper? That machine we fought last time. Yeah. God, that was nails. I don't know if things are capping out at level 40 now. So anyway, what the plan is, I'm going to go to this Claw Strider site, Acid Claw Striders. We're going to get ourselves a Cami the Claw Strider, and we're going to make the trek back to base. I think that's a good idea. I would like to see if I can get any dyes for this Kaja gear. Was it Kaja? Anyway, that sleek new armor we bought, the trader armor. It's really nice with the gloves and the form-fitting arms and stuff. See if we can pick up some more natural colours for that are a little less red. Maybe at the Bulwark. So, yeah, that's the plan. Let's go and capture ourselves a Claw Strider. I'm going to miss this armour and this colour, though, to be honest. I think this would go quite well with some of that Quen face paint. Might try that out at some point. Once we know a bit more about the Quen, I don't want to put the face paint on too soon. Alright, Mr. Close. Oh, really? Who saw me? Hang on. Let's make this easier for ourselves. I might not have any Valor Surge.
Maybe there.
I hate how you can't deactivate these. I wish I hadn't got an acid one, to be honest. This place is crawling. Crawling! Sorry. Is this a convoy? That's alright, man. Don't worry. Go faster, Cammy. Surely you can go faster than this. Regala could ride really fast. Those sun wings might be a problem. We got some ruins, maybe? Oh, cool, a Demeter thing. Alright, let's hope we don't get any of this acid on ourselves. Right, so we can go to a metal flower for the first time. Don't know where the metal flower is. Up above, I guess? Yep. Oh! That wasn't my plan, Cammy, but thanks. Green shine chunks. And that's it. Okay. Alright, let's start the trek back to base. I mean, I know there's stuff I could do, rebel camps and stuff I can do on the way. Where was this Sons of Prometheus quest? I've got to pinpoint that. But we've got this Valley of the Fallen quest, which is interesting. The Gauntlet Run, that's Talana. Yeah, that's to do with the salvage contracts. So hunting grounds. Oh, right, it's back at base. That's why I you know, I had a little look at the quest log before I started. Yeah, charger would be a lot quicker.
Aloy.
Oh!
The last time I was in Shane, I heard a couple of Oseram sisters hightailed it out west. I didn't know. One of them really likes explosions.
Oh no.
Della and Boomer.
Yeah. And they probably headed for a hidden emperor.
Thanks. I'll look into it when I can.
This cannot be comfortable, Aloy. Look at the position you're in. Right, I might stop off at the bulwark. I think that's the rebel camp. Oh no, ravagers. No. It's not a ravager, it's a... The fire thing. Oh, for God's sake, what are they called? Scorchers. It's alright, I'm just a machine. Yes. How did he not see me then? Yeah, the Claw Striders definitely feel purely combat orientated, I think. Damn it. Poor pigeon. Or crow. I don't know why these can't go faster, am I? Is there a button input to make them go faster? Right. So yeah, the bulwark is over here on the right. How are we going to get out of here though? Surely, oh, is there an actual path that I can get the Claw Strider up? Ah, it's not this way. There we go. Under the bulwark. Down by the sea, the bulwark. Thanks, Camster. Let's go and have a look if they've got any nice dyes. So, Aaron has told us about some quests that we've got in the desert in Vegas and now also at Chain Scrape. Paranoid about my camera after it dipped down on me in the last video. We got some new stuff. They're going to be reasonably low level, right? Oh. Have we got any quests that have shown up here? Don't think so.
Can you fell Regala as easily as the bulwark, Outlander?
May you're brave to show you. With the bulwark gone, we have no choice but to reach out to the enemy clans.
She's good.
Who sells the dyes, man?
The Outlander has shown her.
Oh, I'm full. Oh, I mustn't have used them on that final attempt. I used them on other attempts, the stews, but... Is there... Oh, they must be up there. Oh, we do have someone to talk to. How do we get up there?
Practice. Let it become.
Hey, they're climbing.
Hey, it's a nice choice of armor.
Thanks. Nora armor. Yeah, it's that long staircase. Sorry about that. Not been here for a little while.
All blades against Regala.
Can you fell Regala?
The Outlander has shown us. We must join the crew.
There walks the Outlander who
She dresses for combat. Show respect, Outlander.
I don't think you had any outfits,
Claim our
but
honor?
that I would want. No, we've bought them all.
Well, I do my best to keep customers happy.
Let's do some selling. We've picked up quite a bit of loot. Oh. Oh, that's a wad of cash. I know there's probably a lot of coils I can sell as well, to be honest.
May Regala's rebellion turn to
Giant
valor
Blade be sharp against the Chief's champion.
Your blade be bright.
You're welcome.
Good day, Outlander.
The Outlander has shown us. We must join the crew.
quite a bump.
I think they're up another level. We can always check on what's his name if he's here.
Seems Regala is our common enemy. Can you fell Regala as easily as the
The
bulwark,
Outlander
Outlander?
Who does the dice? There we go.
Inking always takes a while. Then I'll wait.
Oh, that's Pento!
Aloy!
Haha.
Well met. We heard what you did at the Grove.
He's been bragging about his climbing partner everywhere we go.
What are you two up to?
Penta is finally getting his soldier's mark inked.
Rocco's here to be a witness.
It'll be an honor to watch you try not to yelp in pain.
I'm glad to see you're getting the recognition you deserve.
Thank you, Aloy.
Ah, good to know.
Good day, warrior.
At least the rebels
May
are
our
honorable
blades
enough to
strike
avoid.
Now we have picked up some new ones. Do you like... Oh, the Banuk stuff goes... Because this is a Banuk colorway, isn't it? The Utari ones are all really awesome. I like the subtle ones. Kaja ones are a little bit Homer Simpson's makeup gun, but... Yeah, and the Tanaka ones are just too much. Yeah, the Quen ones are really nice. Probably go for that one, to be honest. Don't want to overcommit to the Quen stuff. I like it being thematic, what we've got going on. Let's change to a different Nora one. I like repping the Nora face paint. Let's see if we can get.
Do this, you know.
I want to be here.
Right. So where is the? There we go. That's even more red. Purple and yellow, mustardy. Yeah, that's the one. Verdant jewel. Many Karja of low birth live at the base of Meridian's mesa, surrounded by a dangerous jungle. The few who manage to elevate their position distinguish themselves with these lavish colours. I really like greens, generally. That one's nice as well, though. Stormbird skies. When thunderclouds blot out the sun, a stormbird is offered not far behind. These colours celebrate a clear sky after it's passed. A dune shadow. Before the rise of the first Sun King, the Karja were a tribe of humble wanderers. These dusky hues are a reminder of what came before the Sundom took form. And Blood Dusk. From soldiers to Sun Kings, many Karja have ventured into the Forbidden West, never to return. This dies honours those lost to the lands where the sun fades into darkness. Yeah, I'm going for the green.
You might as well look the part.
Let's hope no one attacks me for looking like a Karja. I'm still not sure about the bit on the waist. It's a bit busy, but I like the rest of it. Alright. Nice to see Pento again. See you later, guys!
Gliding.
Can we land on Cammy? Absolutely not. Alright, off we go. Let's double check the route we're going. Right, so we're heading into this little cavern here, then we've got to follow the path. And then we're heading back to base with Demeter. And we're... yeah. The location of... oh, how have I forgotten his name? We're still looking for the location of Hephaestus. There we go. I think there are more claw striders along this path, aren't there? Hello there. An airstrike request. Column bearing southwest. Survivors from the Reno line. Horus in pursuit. Immediate airstrike at these coordinates. Please respond. It's right on top of us. I don't know what you're doing there, Cammy. Oh my god, what was that? An owl? I'm sorry, friend. Okay, we can follow the path. Wish we could, like, turn off the acid effects, though. Oh, this one doesn't have a pointy tail, does it? Interesting. I think we can just follow the path without touching the controller, I think. Yeah. Good job, Cammy. Oh yeah. This is the village where we It's not Hekaro. It's not Hekaro. I always get Hekaro and names. Katalo, Hekaro, Katalo.
Even Outlanders see that Regala is treacherous.
Okay, yeah, straight on is really where we want to go. Watch out, Mr. Boar! No! I always really like being a passenger in like GTA and in Cyberpunk and stuff. Just sort of staring out the window. Right, I guess we find our way back now. Are we going past the grove? Not really. I mean, I could cut across a number of different ways here.
Data from the cauldrons will let me know about remnants.
Cammy, it's just a car, mate. Go. Don't appreciate that. All right. I think I prefer Tony, to be honest.
Oh, spot.
Chill out, Tony. Leave it out. What's going on down here? Is it just a normal site? Sunwing site. It's alright, guys. Oh, what is wrong with this? Go! Cammy. You're gonna get us killed, Camster. Oh, look at this Horus class. Ow. Look at this. Can you imagine this coming for you? You'd almost feel like you were so small that it couldn't get you, but then it'd just release a load of smaller machines to get you, right? It does feel a little like unnecessarily big, if in terms of, you know, processing biomass. But I mean, I guess this had to be designed by Pharaoh Industries, right? They designed it to be that big. Uh-oh. Is this... Have I done this one? Oh god, I've not. Okay, I guess we could stop off and do this. It's a an outpost, not a camp. Right, let's go for the high ground.
Another rebel outpost. I need to take out the leader.
It is fairly substantial. Sons of Prometheus. I don't know, it doesn't seem too substantial. They've got a
Should
claw
try
strider.
something other than fire.
I'll try and snipe as many as I can. Have you got a helmet on? Oh, evil! Was that not a fully charged arrow? No way, Matt. Oh, they're dead. The angle's not right. No! Son of a bitch. Oh! Alright, let's break out the big guns. Or actually...
Judging by that armor, I think I know who's in charge.
Any sign yet?
Yeah. Just keep an eye out.
We still have to find them.
I have to set the ammo.
I'm sick of you, buddy. I will not be doing melee today.
See if these ones got tags on them too.
She's climbing! Got you in my sights, Outlander!
Oh!
Get that Outlander!
Hit the rider! Is that about to blow up? No!
So the post won't be causing any more trouble?
Never! Right, that was fairly reckless, but I wasn't trying to be that careful.
Some tags here. I should take them to Duca.
All right. Suppose a lot of Osserim hate the Kaja as well, right?
I'll keep some extra on hand.
I hear green shine. Right. Come on, Cammy. Back down through the valley, I guess. So much death. Okay, bit of a dead end. Right, Errant suggested we go to Chain Scrape. So we might as well check in while we're there, see if the sisters are there. You wait here. I'll summon you down there. It does look glorious, Chain Scrape. Still very pointy, but glorious nonetheless. I think the circular nature of it, because it's built around an old world structure, looks really cool.
This'll break my fall.
We've still not got an upgraded glider yet. Starting to feel like it won't happen. All the noises from the melee pit are a bit ridiculous.
If Regala can be challenged by an outsider, she can be defeated.
It's an honor.
We walk in strength.
I just got impaled.
Good day.
Hi everyone. Right, I'm sure he said that they'd come to Chain Scrape. Or they're on the way to Chain Scrape. Right? We're quite close to base now though, so I could just pass through and go on foot.
Nice choice of armor. I
Uh-oh.
hear she stopped a war in the east.
Here, your weapon can be sheathed. Trade and stuff.
Alright, let's head straight out. I thought there'd be a marker for the two sisters, but I might have misheard what Erin said. Maybe I have to listen to that again.
Overriding that claw strider will make for an interesting ride.
Alright, back to base. Hopefully Beta's been talking to people a bit more. That'd be nice to see her come out of her shell a bit, become a bit more relaxed. I know the stakes are very high for, well, they're high for all of us. But I guess we're all strangers, aliens, essentially, to her in a lot of ways. This might not end well.
I should be closing in on the other ancient machines Honda to salvage.
Oh, is this the Ravager site? Yeah. We'll do that quest another time. I'm intrigued to see where we go from here, because this has been like the, you know, the objective has just been gather these subordinate functions, so I'm just desperate to learn more about Zenith, about all of it really.
Hey, Aloy. I made a trip to check in on Hidden Ember. Your pal Moreland looked like he was working on something big. I met a lot of tinkers with wild ideas, but Moreland's could get him killed. I think his buddies agree.
Yeah, maybe I'll check in on him too. Thanks, Erend. Wonder what Moreland's up to now.
So Moreland's in Vegas, right? So they're gone apparently. Maybe I needed to actually find them at Chainscrape. I will go back and look properly, so just a bit eager to get back to base. I won't forget, I promise. Just want to learn more, man. Excuse me. Oh, more rumors, right?
Take this to a dyer later.
Nice work, Cammy. Okay. See how this armor looks in cutscenes too, I guess. Right, we'll obviously check in with everyone, see if we can upgrade any of our overrides.
So this Hephaestus,
I should go to my room and check out the focus I found in that rebel camp.
Yep.
A very angry one. As like my Uncle Laurent, man didn't smile a day in his life and would box your ears if you messed with his forge.
Right, they've all got new chatter. Right, so I've literally got one. Ouch. And it's a scrap. A scrap. Dreadwing. The metal fangs, right. Okay. Anything? No. Right. I don't think this is going to be better than this. Defensively. But I could upgrade it a good way. Just not sure it's worth it, to be honest. I know we're quite rich right now. I've got some skill points I need to spend too. Let's just go to our room first. Some new gear in here. No, this is Zoe and... It's just Zoe's room, isn't it?
That power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
Holograms? Oh! Cool. Yeah, that's Zoe and Val's room. And there's Katalo.
According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I can ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
Yeah, we know that there's lots of hidden bits from the architects.
Okay, the focus I got from the Sons of Prometheus is encrypted, but with a little time I should be able to hack it.
A little time.
There, got it.
Aloy, it seems you've recovered some property that doesn't belong to you.
You're not surprised to see me? You know, after you tried to sell me out to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab?
Hardly. When I realized the lone hunters had been raiding Regala's camps, I knew you had escaped. Subtlety is not your strong suit. From now on, I suggest you stay away from rebel operations. You're meddling with something you don't understand.
What I understand, Silence, is that you've doled out machine overrides to dangerous people, and stoked up a tribal civil war. Again. I'm gonna put a stop to it.
Fine. Stubbornly blunder ahead as usual. Your efforts will only slow the inevitable. A warning, though. The Sons of Prometheus are very tenacious, and they want your head. There's nothing I can do about that now.
Oh, I'm scared. What will I do without your protection?
You should be scared, Aloy. More than you realize. But I have better things to do than educate you. Best of luck flailing about in the fog of ignorance.
Ow! One of these days, I'm gonna shut that arrogant mouth of his. Permanently. But first I have to figure out why he's doing what he's doing. Beta's been... difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can.
I do feel like Aloy's been a little cold towards her, though, the way she's spoken to her. Just very impatient, right? I think you just need to take a bit of a gentler approach with her, but... I mean, it is one of the qualities, right, that they've tried to parallel between Elizabeth and Aloy is the idea that they want to save humanity, but they don't always like being a part of humanity, if that makes sense. They don't like... They feel that, you know, human beings are... Like, Elizabeth at least, right? Like, her opinion of Ted Faro kind of extends to others as well, and how kind of closed off she could be to others. Which, at the same time, that's juxtaposed with her trying to save humanity, right? And that's echoed in Aloy a little bit, right? How she's desperately focusing on the mission, where, while maybe neglecting, like, her own personal life a bit. you know, always trying to be the lone wolf, right? Always rejecting help and stuff.
I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now.
Yeah. Alright, let's start with Catalo this time. Or maybe we should start with Beta. No, let's start with Catalo.
We may see peace sooner than expected. I'm hopeful.
You busy?
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It is how we see you.
Interesting to see if any of them know about the Quen.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored.
Yeah.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Fair enough. What about your focus-based training?
Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What is it?
The old ones believed one could hear the great waters, even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you. They called them seashells.
That sounds kind of gross.
A conch.
I'll let you get back to your training.
And so will I.
Aaron's been talking to us on the focus a bit, so let's talk to him first.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally. We get to rock and roll. Yeah, at least that's how the old one said it, I think.
Yeah, Sons of Prometheus.
I found out who's running the Sons of Prometheus. A woman named Sarah.
Oh no. Remember how Durval had a band of freebooters that retaliated against the Karja? She was one of them. First female tinker in the claim to run her own forge. But when her family got killed in the Red Raids, she went bad. Real bad. I thought she was dead, though. Taken out by one of Murad's guys.
Well, she's not. And she wants revenge against the Karja. We have to find out where she's operating from, and stop her.
I haven't had any luck finding someone with a focus at chain scrape, so I'll be scouting out Baron Light next.
I'll keep tracking her lackeys out west.
We'll find her. We have to. It's thugs like her who murdered my sister.
You should know. Silence is involved with the Sons of Prometheus. He's the one who gave them the override tech to begin with.
Why doesn't that surprise me? That's probably all part of some master plan, huh?
At least we know we're good at wrecking those.
Damn straight.
Well, Silence obviously just needs a bit of protection, right? He would never work with other people and give up any kind of knowledge or advantage if he didn't need to, right? So building a group around him will be benefiting him in some way. He can get them to gather resources for him, etc.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time.
Yeah.
What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing. I mean, this Morland guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tenakth clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
Maybe I should check up on them at some point. Just in case.
Yes, yes.
Right.
That's the third time that's been suggested. Yes, I'm planning on it.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is.
Yeah.
Metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
Oxygen, maybe. Alright, good to know, errands.
I should get going.
I say hi to Gaia for me.
Well, it's a minimal amount of plants. It looks fairly natural, right? Paul?
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
How's it going?
I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
Well, that's not what she wants.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Anything else?
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
Ah, you'll be fine.
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
Better get this to Gaia.
You did it, Aloy.
Let's hold off on the ale till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
So I hadn't thought about it, but obviously one of the empty bits on the map must be the Zenith base too, I guess. Who knows, who knows. Hi Zoe. Don't get angry.
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
No word about Beta from any of them though.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
Good idea.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
Yeah.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places.
Yeah.
Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
Alright. People project their religious values onto everything, don't they? More evidence. Alright. Okay, so. Have you spoken to Beta?
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him.
Really?
I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
Okay. Zoe is a killjoy.
I should get going.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Such a prickly pear, isn't she? Alright, let's check in on Aloy, God's sake. Let's check in on Beta. I hope she's okay. I hope she's still here, to be honest. I see feet.
Oh.
Hi.
Aloy. Hi. I'm back. What do you want to know?
I don't think there's going to be anything new. There was no exclamation mark. Oh, good, 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 good.
So, have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying Hephaestus? Have you been doing that? A little. It's quite different from the subordinate function that escaped Gaia Prime 20 years ago. How so? It's mutating. Changing its own code. At this rate, we'll never capture it. We'll find a way. If you say so.
Like in this scenario, right? If you're trying to make someone feel a bit more comfortable and welcome, you'd sit with them, right? Rather than being stood over them. Like, tell me everything you know. Right, have you been speaking to Varl a bit more?
So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to? Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing. But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover.
I mean, she's right though. It's everything is like riding a very thin line here, right?
You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about? He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
You don't know.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter. I don't think I'd be suited for any of them. Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
Honestly, Aloy. That was so mean. Right, so that one's greyed out. These three are white, so I guess there's some new information.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone.
Okay, I'm fairly sure that was the same, right?
That's enough for now. Good.
Man, she's cut in such a tragic figure, man. Come on, Aloy. You can be nicer. I mean, like, how could she say it's a good thing you're not a Nora, right? Like, they're genetically identical, so if she would have been raised with the Nora, she could have developed just like Aloy, right? Okay, Gaia. Here we go.
It is good to see you again, Aloy.
Yeah, you too.
I see you have recovered Demeter. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
Nice.
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you've been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores? Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
Really?
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Farrow's Omega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths.
Really?
Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
Excellent. We're off to landfall.
Alva said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco.
All right.
That's where I need to go.
Aloy, managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood. There we go. More data for the dome.
I like this one.
I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy. What would you like to discuss?
Right, our progress. How's Beta doing? He's very anxious.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
Don't give up on her, Aloy.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
Gaia?
That is what I predicted.
It's a surprise, why did you tell her?
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Yeah, how's the biosphere doing?
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
The plan?
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
Be sure it's not going to
And then
have
you'll be able to absorb it.
got rid of the
Not
Omega
quite.
clearance too.
You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Yeah.
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
It puts them in mortal
and then we'll have
danger.
everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
Are we sure this Omega clearance is going to work? Because Hephaestus might have got rid of this too.
There's something I've been wondering.
Yeah.
How could Ted Faro create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a backdoor to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot, one that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
Right. Oh, right.
I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need Hephaestus. It's something to look into later then. So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Faro agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Faro plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Faro war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
Fair enough.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
Okay.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
Okay. Right. Zenith identities.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. I think Elizabeth knew one of them. Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Demeter.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that.
Yeah, we did get a new part of that quest to pop up, I think.
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
Alright. Thanks, Gaia.
I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Right, I think we got a new quest to do with Zoe. Anyway, I got a load of skill points. Let's go see if anyone's got new dialogue. There's a new room for us to look in. Yep.
One's created so many wonderful inventions to help others, to help the planet. Technology really can be an amazing thing. Yeah, until it gets a mind of its own and decides to kill everyone. You're just a ray of sunshine, aren't you? Only for you.
A quest with Katalo. I expect in secret compartments.
This deserves a good hammering.
Oh, that's a shortcut to Beta. No, I will talk to you again.
I'm telling you. That's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back. And she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
Sports. He delivered that perfectly, man.
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
Not necessarily.
In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Yeah.
Well, no one said this was going to be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life.
God.
In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work. Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change.
Yeah.
We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
Yeah, but everyone who's at those other cauldrons is going to be in mortal danger, right?
I'll be in touch if I need anything.
I'll make sure Beta briefs everyone on the pulse generators.
Good.
Right.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
God's sake.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do.
Right, so we've got the quest thing.
You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
They might have fun without without you looking staring over their shoulder.
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
Good, good. She needs a friend, right? I guess she's used to feeling like a prisoner, so it's weird. It makes her feel weirdly comfortable being locked down there as opposed to with everyone else.
How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one's spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach.
Okay.
So, wandered into a lake and sank. Doe ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there.
Yeah.
I'll take care of So, T, and Doe. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zoe. I promise. Well, I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Hephaestus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Good, good, good. Alright, let's see what mission Katalo has for us. Right, so we got some new quests. There's a hunter there now. Okay, there's... Right, so here they are. They are still around Plainsong still. So we could head back to No Man's Land to do this before we go. And my general plan would be to dip down into Vegas, check in with the Three Stooges down here, and then we'll make our way through the jungle to explore all of this bit here. And oh, this quest takes us to Thornmarsh pretty much. This looks, yeah, this curves around. Fair enough. Okay, that'll be awesome then. We've got this cauldron down here on the way. I don't know if there's a tall neck in this region. Maybe it'll show up as we get closer. Yeah. So I wonder if part of this is Mexico, right? So like San Francisco's here, like I guess, so Mexico would be... Right, yeah, that's the general plan anyway. Let's see what Katalo's got for us.
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes, and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that Tenakth knew more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits.
Oh.
Hikaru sent out a patrol or two, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
Fair enough.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you.
Go on.
It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
Let's ask this first.
What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Yeah, sure.
Somehow that still sounds like training. Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
Okay, what's this request?
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself
prosthetic.
Yes. Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Oh, right.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old-world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
Of course.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
I love Katalo, man.
I should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements?
I know who to call. I'll call you when I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
Thank you, Aloy.
What was lost? Right, and we'll just check in with Beta one last time. And then we'll head towards Plainsong to repair the land gods. We'll see where Katalo's quest is. I think it was to the north, that place, right? Let's check that now, actually. Was it? Yeah, it's here. No. The quest! Go on the quest! Well, that's where it is anyway. Even if it doesn't want to show me the quest thing on the map. Oh, there's some stuff back here.
Hey, you got a second? I suppose. So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators? Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back.
Right.
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later. Yeah, sure.
She just needs a hug. She needs a hug.
Now.
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay. Huh. The door's unlocked now. What was this room for, Gaia?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged. Likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out. The vault.
I've got to be more careful.
Door behind the vent in the
Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just...
Looks like a power cell could fit here.
I'm sure they've all got family. They're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Now we need a power cell. No, we've already been in here, but... Is this Beta's room? Oh. A code.
The door needs a code. Maybe there's data in the facility that can help.
Oh, hello. About Hephaestus. Aloy and... Oh, right, this is her personal log. Shouldn't really read this. Aloy and Gaia want to help me figure out how to capture Hephaestus. I'd put chances of success at about 0.zip, but I might as well give it a think, because one, without Hephaestus's ability to make machines, the Zeniths will have us at their mercy, and two, what else am I going to do? As always, the first step is to outline the problem. Like the other subordinate functions, Hephaestus achieved quasi-sentience when Gaia received the signal from Sirius. And when Gaia blew herself up to stop Hades, Hephaestus fled, looking for a new home. But unlike the other sub-functions, which seem to have taken refuge in whatever physical processes they could find, Hef hid in the globe-spanning network that connects all the cauldrons in the world. Maybe because no single processor was large enough to contain it, or because it sought out the code environment it was most familiar with. Regardless, becoming a ghost in the network enabled it to pursue its twisted new mission, infiltrate cauldron production facilities, build combat units, and deploy them against humans. All in an effort to protect terraforming machines from tribal hunters. Escalation ensues. As hunters become adept at neutralizing its killing machines, Hef makes more, bigger, better armed, deadlier. But this is a digression. For our purposes, the main point is that Hef isn't in one place, so Aloy can't simply find it and use the Master Override to contain it in the Gaia kernel like Aether, Demeter, or Poseidon. It can flee to any cauldron at any time. Ergo, we've got to trap it somehow, probably in a cauldron core, and cut off its access to the network. But how? As of writing, I have literally no clue. To make matters worse, the data that Gaia provided seems to indicate that Hef is changing. The exact methodology isn't clear to me, but the code base has expanded. That's bad news. For one thing, it could mean that its heuristic density is increasing, which would make it harder for Gaia to absorb. But even worse, it implies that Hef has the ability to rewrite itself. Or at least parts of itself, which is terrifying. What if it rewrote its access protocols? That would mean... I don't even want to think about it. I just read your journal, I'm sorry.
Transmitting.
I know we've been in here, I just want to double check. Alright, well we'll try and figure that out next time we come back, which will probably be a long way in the future. Alright, that'll be the plan then. We'll help Zoe and Katalo out with their side quests.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look fun?
Right,
Funny how? They're close. They're weird. They're so tight.
Alright, so yeah, the best way to do this I think would be to go out the eastern exit, loop around, go here, and then after we do this we can head up for Katalo. We can maybe do these bits for the salvager things as well. Should probably do that as well. Yeah. It'll be cool. It'll be cool to see the route.
Guess they didn't move around as much.
Right, let's take the eastern exit. This place will probably become like Mountain University, Gaia University or something. Alright guys, we'll leave it there.
It's a long way to the coast.
I know.
If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Oh, I've
Got
been.
it. Thanks for the advice.
Cool. We've already been there, right? Yeah. That's the way I was intending to go as well, so. Alright, awesome. Aloy and Beta still feel a bit estranged. Hopefully those walls will slowly break down. We're going to help Zoe, Catalo. We're going to head back to Vegas, all before we head west, so that's what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Leave me a thumbs up. If you did, just remember everyone, never trust and uncrate. I'll see you next time.